Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into XRP once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So all eyes, I know we're looking at XRP, but all eyes on Bitcoin right now, because if Bitcoin is getting really, really close to the apex of a massive symmetrical triangle, basically, and these things can break in any direction. I think if it breaks out beautiful, you're going to get a little pump here for XRP, and if it's break down, obviously I think we're going to drop and we're going to come down potentially to the 1618 around about 03887. So it's all about Bitcoin at the minute. Okay, there is a bullish and bearish scenario here, obviously, for XRP. Like I said to you, we've got this little channel where we're sort of trading upwards, and these primarily are a little bit bearish, to be honest with you. When you start to trade up like this, okay, you've got this level of support and this level of resistance. Okay, break the resistance, fantastic. Lose support, you've got to go short. Now right now, a lot of people, just because you're doing this, would be like, oh yeah, we're going short, we're going to break down, blah 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 and all that, but you don't. You trade on confirmation. Okay, it's entirely up to you. Personally, if I was looking to short right now, I would put my stop loss on this high because it's a really, really minimal risk trade. Open it right now and look to ride it all the way down. Okay, but I'm not looking to short at the moment. I was in a short the other day, to be honest with you, but I've closed it because I think the market is very indecisive here. This thing looks like it wants to break down, but there's equally a lot of stuff going on right now here for XRP. There could be a massive symmetrical triangle that's starting to form here for XRP. I'm going to show you potentially. So it's all about support and resistance. Today, if we do see the close below this green line, then yeah, I would consider opening a short with my stop loss on this high just there, okay? Because you are, as you can see, like I said to you, getting price compression on this support, this ascending limb support, and you got the resistance just there, the EMA. So it will create some kind of volatility break right here. We are breaking down, granted this is coming down, but you could wick down to the 55 EMA, start to come back up into the pattern, and that was a little bear trap, just like that was, just like that was, and just like this wick was, okay? So it's all about where you close. Remember that, okay? A lot of people, they jump into trades before the closes of candles and things like that, and if you do that, I always try and find the optimal entry points for you with minimal risk. So right now, okay, if you want to go short, personally I'm not looking to go short, but I will put my stop loss there, and then I would start opening a short right now, and if this thing does go short, fantastic. From this point here, you're gonna be a lovely little 15%, 13% short opportunity. But if it does come back up on you and then you get stopped out, you're losing a very, very minimal risk here, around about 3%, isn't it? For a 13 to 14% long short opportunity right there. So I'm looking for the close. Okay, I still think the market's very indecisive because there's a couple of things going on here for XRP. I know I've got this support target down here that I would like to see tested as support, but it doesn't have to do it yet. This is what I'm trying to say to you. It could do it after this break, because potentially what I'm looking at right now is the fact that this is a massive symmetrical triangle, a 5-wave structure. Let me show you right now, possibly for XRP. So if I drop this in, so I'm going to use the wick lines as support. Okay, so that's support just there, a potential resistance, sorry, and what I'm going to do is drop another trend line here on this ascending level support for XRP using the wicks as well. So you can see that potentially you've got some kind of big correction that's going on here for XRP, some kind of 5-wave structure, possibly an A, a B, a C. So theoretically, for this thing to be in this correction, this shouldn't come down here. This should start to break up and come up, and this is why I'm not necessarily in a short right now, because if this thing does start to come up and it holds support and you get a break and you close back inside this channel today and Bitcoin starts to break out as well, like I said to you, this thing is an E wave basically, and then we look at a D wave, sorry, and then you're coming back down in an E wave, and you've got your large A, B, C, D, E correction, and you're not necessarily going to come down to the 1618 just yet. I do think you'll get there in time, but probably not just yet, because this could be some kind of 5-wave correction structure, some kind of symmetrical triangle of a wave 4, okay, like I said to you, because what I'm looking at is some kind of big potential wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. This is a wave 4 which completes just there, and then you've got your wave 5, and at that point you come back slowly but surely to the neckline down here. So this is a possible scenario that I'm looking at right now. For this to be valid, we can't lose this low. Do you see this? Because you've got this A, B, C, D, E correction. This D leg should come up to that level of resistance right there. If we do see that, and then we get the pullback down here, and then we start to come back up and break that resistance, wow, you've got your 5th wave there. This is the first leg of a very, very bullish impulse off the lows in June. So this is something I'm looking at as a potential scenario right now, that we are still caught in this big wave 4 correction basically for XRP. Okay, now if you take a look at this from this wave 1 high, we came back in this wave 2 correction. Like I said to you at this point, this was a bit short for a correction for me of a wave 4 with potential wave 5. 5. It was a little bit short. So right now, you know, the time frame is kind of playing out roughly the same as this wave 2 did. So there's a lot of mirroring right now. But, you know, I wish I could tell you 100% what it's going to do, but it's all about your 1 fib. Look at this, because what you're doing, you're retracing currently to the 1 fib. Okay, so I know a lot of people are expecting some kind of big breakdown here, you know, come back down to this neckline of 1618 and things like that, but it's all about Bitcoin. Please keep an eye on Bitcoin because it's tightening. Something's going to happen. If it breaks, I would imagine this is going to break, and that's your level of resistance on that green line right there. You know, so personally, I'm not in a trade just yet. I'm looking for the close today, okay, on XRP. If this thing does close, then I would anticipate to, you know, reevaluate this count, and I would be looking at some kind of ABC correction that potentially loses this 1 fib, and they will be my technical target. So it's all about the close today for me for XRP, and you know what's going on with that Fed meeting as well, which is out this afternoon. So, you know, not necessarily in a trade at the moment. There is a tradable event coming up, obviously, because if this thing does close down here today, you are losing support. And like I said to you, if trade on confirmation, open a short with your stop loss just there, and you would be looking at coming down a potential got ABC correction like that coming down for XRP, okay, which would have to come down and hold these lows for any bullish continuation here in the final 5th wave. So if this is a big massive A B C D E correction like that, wave 4 correction, and we start to see that play out, that is a really, really bullish statement from XRP going forward, because it means that you're sort of consolidating in a range, you're forming a massive symmetrical triangle. We have seen these play out on a lot of altcoins already, and it would just be a really, really big tick and a big statement for XRP that the bottom is actually in right now, okay? And it would say that you're remaining above that 21-week EMA as well, and you're not necessarily going to close down here and come below this, down to that particular level of support. So, you know, I wish I could tell you 100% what it's going to do, but I can't. You know, it's all about support and resistance. So bearish, getting the close below this ascending level of support. Bullish, coming back into this, because it would mean that you're coming up potentially to that level of resistance right there and carving out this big, massive wave 4 correction right there for XRP, okay? Hope you enjoyed that update. Remember, all of this is going to be tradable. Very tradable event on Bitcoin right now. You know, it's probably more tradable than XRP right now. Do take a look at the Bitcoin video, because I think there's some money to be made there in the volatility and the break that's coming really close to that apex. It's getting really, really close to some kind of volatility break, and it's tradable, long or short, okay? Take care, everyone. Back to another update on Bitcoin. XRP, sorry. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye-bye.